terrible.
Hey, Todd. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You can go back to your game now. He's not paying us, though. He's muted. He just recorded. Okay. All right. So let me do this. Hello. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Girl.
Hello.
Yes,
My name
we
is
see you.
Kaisha. I know we don't never see each other's faces, right? Ever. I can't even see myself. Oh no. I look crazy or not.
No,
Okay,
you look good. You look good, girl.
Oh, thank you. Let me just see one more time. Pause the share. Okay, so my name is Kaisha Pettifor, but everybody in the Discord knows me as Kai. I'm branding my business called The Planning Coach. This is all about planning business and structure and funding and using other people's money and just be able to maximize your potential, not to box it. We want to make sure that we position ourselves, strategize ourselves to get the best available opportunity as possible every single time, right? So a plan for a goal is essential in my opinion, my point of view. Some people may like to wing it in life. I'm not like that. I'm not interested. So I'm interested in planning my business, planning my trading, just planning my life, period. I've had a lot of people who thought that they were going to plan for me, and I didn't like that. So now we're going to take that pain and turn it into power, and I'm going to plan my own life, right? So I came up with the Planning Coach. Let me go. I'm just telling a little bit about myself. I have 2 businesses. I have a planner business, and I also have a dropshipping business called Revenge Me Fitness. So it's all about revenging yourself, not anyone else. Revenging, if you were a high school dropout and you want a college degree, that's your revenge. If you are overweight and unhealthy, you want to get fit and healthy, that's your revenge. You want to make sure that you're revenging yourself and not anyone else, right? We don't need bad karma. We don't need those issues. We want to make sure that we are standing on our own 2 feet and revenging ourselves. Also just planning your life, planning your goals. There's no plan Bs. If you have a goal and a plan, stick with it. Whether it's trading, it's a plan A. If you're going to add to the plan A, add to the plan A. Never revert to a plan B. You might have to pivot once in a blue, but make sure you stick to your plan, okay? So I came up with that for myself, and I would love to hear a little bit about some of your businesses. You don't have to tell what your businesses are, but just the idea and what you're looking for your business. So I'm going to ask from, like, let's say Alicia. Alicia has a business. We spoke a little bit. If she wants to share just a little bit, I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to just make that really, really quick, because then we're also going to go to the Q&A, and then, or you can ask your question at the same time, Alicia, if that's okay with you.
Hey, everybody. So, some of you may know me from the group, but I'm Alicia, and I'm trying to start a few. I want to see you. Okay, hold on here. I'm trying to start a few businesses. My main goal is to get out of my day job. So I'm trying to do Forex, and then I enjoy painting a lot. So I'm trying to make a business out of my my paintings, and then some side passive income. We have a clothing brand that we're trying to bring to life. And then my husband is starting a trucking company. So it's a lot, but I feel like as soon as I get out of this job, I can focus more on that.
Oh, no, absolutely. You don't necessarily have to, but you always take an hour or 2 towards your business per day. Yes. And just keep focusing. You don't have to wait till you stop doing something to do one thing to do another. So
right.
Stay focused. Let me see.
It just seems like the goal is so much further away because I can't put all my attention into it. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Rennie, you want to share just a teeny bit?
Yeah, same. Trying to get out of this 9 to 5. I am pregnant with my third child. So I'm just like,
Congratulations.
thank you. I said after this, I am focusing so much on my business. I've been really interested in the dispatching. So I did want to do that part of the trucking world, do the dispatching. My husband's about to start a food truck business, and I want to continue digging deeper into Forex. I took a step back because I was so sick with this pregnancy, but now I'm just ready just to like go full force into everything. And then hopefully the dispatching and the food truck will be the transportation to bigger dreams and goals that we have in mind.
Absolutely. The bigger the better, right?
Right.
We want big business. We don't need small businesses. We need big businesses. And I think that's amazing. Good. Congratulations with your third child.
Thank you.
Scared. That's the one and done. That was it for me. And if he even thinks about walking past, you're gonna see how big he is. He's 19 and 6'3". So no more. Let me see who's next. Leandra, do you have a business or an idea that you would like to start?
Gosh, I wasn't prepared. Yeah, so I have a few business ideas, but my main, like you said, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. So my main thing that I aim to focus on is mastering trading at the moment. I have in my plan to start a drop shipping business like later on in the year, but I didn't realize how much trading would take up so much of my time and my efforts. And I thought I'll be at least have a payout by now. You know, the struggle.
We all feel that way. I'm pretty sure we all feel that way.
Yeah, so my aim is at the moment is to be consistently profitable and receive payouts. And when I work full time as well. So when that eases up, I can go, you know, either part-time at work or quit my job, which is the main aim. And then I'm able to put more efforts into my businesses. One of my businesses that I want to start is mainly not a planner, but a motivational business. So like have motivational planners and like manifestation and everything like that. So that's one of my businesses that I'm looking to start.
That is great. You're already doing that. You know, you already inspired a group. You're one out of maybe 2 or 3 people who consistently always put motivational things inside the Discord. So that's a passion, obviously. So keep with that passion, you know, and turn it into profit. Turn that passion into profit. That's amazing.
Yeah, I find that you never know what anyone's going through, and some people don't want to talk about what they're going through, but you know, a little quote or a little comment or a video or a podcast can really help someone in their, you know, their everyday life. Or, you know, it's a Forex and, you know, financial Discord, but you never know what other parts of your life you're struggling or going through. So
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you for that. Who's next? Fifi, you were the first one here, girl.
Okay. Well, first, congratulations to the pregnancy. My youngest is 1 and my oldest is 17. So I already know the struggle with that. I took a whole year off because I was so sick. So that took a year off of my trading. That was horrible. But anyhow, my husband and I, we own a funeral home. We've been in business for 3.5 years. And I also trade, and it's not an income yet. That's more of an expense. But what I'm also trying to do is start a blogging community and podcast centered around Black boy moms. And I also have some merchandise that I also want to go with it. So really just trying to see how I can really make it scalable and build a really solid community around Black boy moms.
No, absolutely. That's amazing. And that's a niche in itself. That's a very small box that can really touch a lot of people,
Right.
So it's amazing. No, in your funeral home, you definitely that's amazing itself. I will be very nervous, but you have the you have the for that. No, seriously. So for you to have that, and that is very needed, and sorry to say,
Yeah, it's true. True.
service. It's very well needed. And for somebody to take on that and really make it a business and to help families in their time of need to service them, that's amazing. That's amazing. Let me see who you have. Yvette, don't you dare try to jump up. Hi, Yvette. I'm like, where her name go? I didn't see it.
Hello, everyone.
Honey.
So yeah, I have a day job. In addition to that, I sell real estate, and from different encounters that I have and transactions that I have as a realtor, I've been fortunate enough to be able to purchase investment properties in the form of LLCs. And so my goal is to expand the purchases. I have a goal of a number of doors that I would like to own. I have a goal of a number of doors that I would like to leave for my two sons. I am a Black boy mom, and and so I like, there's some things that in addition to leaving them for them, I'd like to bring them into the business. And so that is the reason that I'm interested. Now my real estate business is set up, is structured, but I'm not so sure that it's structured properly. And so, that is why I'm paying close attention.
Yes, there's a structure is very key to, especially to funding. You're already in the investment space, and a lot of people use their business to fund their investment properties, right? So you can get funding, whether it's from business credit, whether it's from business line of credit, whether it's from business loans to multiply your success. So if you have a number of goals for your business to open doors, and if you're at 10 and you need 20, funding will catapult it, especially if you're structured properly. You'll be like 20 in no time, But funding.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, Kai.
Yeah.
I'm also very interested in seeing how I can leverage what I'm learning in trading and the skills that I'm developing as a trader into a business. That is something that I'm very interested in.
No, absolutely. It's all going to go hand in hand, You can always put a holding company and have your LLC for trading and investments and things of that nature, and leverage your financials to, to benefit tax credit. I'm not a tax professional, but I can definitely point you in the right direction. Your tax benefits so that you won't have to, because we're thinking of making a lot of money in trading. I'm sure we're not thinking small money. Trading is for all of us to be financially independent or financially free, right? So you're thinking like $20,000 of taxable income or untaxed income that you can leverage to be able to fund your properties, do renovations or things of that nature. You can also use life insurances or policies and things of that nature so that you could be your own bank. So you could fund an investment property, put it into a life insurance or take it out of life insurance and pay yourself back at 6% interest versus taking a loan out from a bank and things of that nature. But you have to fund it some way. So if you take $500 a month of your trading into and put into a whole life insurance or index universal life insurance, you can absolutely be your own bank and then fund and invest and just make multiple streams of money. So you're going to pay yourself back 6% instead of paying back Uncle Tom 6%. So definitely you want to try to have a plan. Remember I told you about the plan and a goal to make sure that you can use this funding money or this trading money to your benefit to align with your business, because we don't have plan Bs, we only have plan As, right? Your business and trading.
Thank you, Kai.
Ooh, who we got? Kizzy, don't be shy. This is one of my trading buddies every morning.
Well, it's nice to see you, hon. Hey, I just got to click on my event was speaking. So what am I doing here?
Just introducing yourself, a little bit about your business, and then we're gonna go into Q&A. We have maybe 2 more people. We're gonna go into Q&A.
Okay, absolutely. Well, my name is Kizzy. My business, I have an online boutique, accessories boutique. It's mainly sunglasses. Doing quite well there. I've already spoke to you about the structuring of my business. So I think we got that together. And so interested in getting all of that finalized so I can get funding for my growing business.
To scale that business, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Can we all congratulate Kizzy on her $1,000 day in sales?
Wow,
Wow,
nice.
that's
Wrong,
amazing.
girl.
Yeah.
Her first $1,000 in sales. She was calling me all types of names. She was like, it was so funny. I was so excited for her. That's a milestone. Like, you got to make sure you put that in the books. Put it in the books.
Wait.
We want to know. Let's see. Davida. Alicia, did you go? No. Nope.
Yeah, I went first.
Oh, yeah, you did. Because I spoke to you so many times. I already know. I'm like, was it on the Discord or was she just saying it? Davida, you want to tell us a little bit about your business?
I'm here. I didn't even know we were talking about businesses, but I do have one. My sister and I have a funnel cake business called Cake and Crunch. And we go around, we have a truck, we ride around selling funnel cakes. We've been doing it for about 2 years now.
Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, that is Cake and Crunch, you said?
K, it's spelled with a K, K-A-K-E, and then the letter N, and then Crunch is spelled with the K also. It's on Instagram. It's spelled just like it sounds, just with the K.
Nice. Where you located?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, you far. I'm like, I like funnel cake.
Birmingham,
I'll pull up
Alabama.
Well, if you deliver, let me know, because oh gosh, I only go to
Well,
carnivals.
we're looking to start traveling with it soon, so we're gonna start getting on the road with it.
Gotcha. Oh, that's amazing. So I see we can't tell Todd to that's great, and I'll definitely congratulate you and expand it. You know, you definitely don't want to keep it in Alabama. That's a concept that no one have never heard. I love crunching cake, first of all.
Right, like nobody has ever heard about it. You're right about that.
Sorry, can you explain what they are for the people?
I was gonna say, do you have it like a unique thing? Like, is it like, do you have some type of toppings or something like unique?
Oh, we do all kinds. We got Oreo funnel cakes. Our fan favorite is the strawberry cream cheese. It has strawberries on it, strawberry syrup, cream cheese, icing. That's a fan favorite. We also do red velvet funnel cakes. We have a cinnamon roll funnel cake. We do all kinds.
You're making me hungry. No, I'm trying to be fit. Why are you trying to make me put these pounds back on? Strawberry cheesecake?
Yeah.
Oreo cheese, I've never heard. That is very unique. Yeah, make sure you scale that thing.
Thank you.
Who's our
Thank you.
Leandra, who's that? That's my friend. Hi. You want to tell us a little about your business?
Oh, I don't have a business. I'm just
Hi,
looking.
Sean. How are you? I'm just joking.
Hello.
Well, do you have a business idea that you might ever wanted to a goal of yours?
Sean, you have properties, don't you?
Yeah, I got properties. I mean, I've thought of putting them in an LLC. I actually have an LLC, but none of my properties are in it. So I've thought about putting them in it, but I don't know if it's worth, if it's worth it to put them in there.
Did you hear anything bad about putting properties in your LLC?
No, I haven't heard anything bad about it. I mean, I know, if you ever get sued, if they're in the LLC as opposed to in your name, it's harder for people to to take your property. But I don't feel like I'm in a position with the high probability of getting sued. So I mainly tuned in because you guys are talking business. I don't know everything, so you guys just you guys may have stuff to say that I can use, if not now, down the road, and if not,
Absolutely.
So
Okay, well, let me just give you this little tidbit when it comes. You never know what happens, right? So you never want to expose yourself personally to anything, right? So if you have an opportunity to ever put something in your business, I would suggest, right? But also, you can take that personal debt out your name. So if you have multiple properties in your personal name, it limits you from putting more properties or expanding your business. So I would suggest that you think about, I'm not telling you to do, think about putting it in your business name, because it leaves your DTI limit, you're not,
Right.
you have a high DTI if these things are under your personal name.
right.
Your business will look as successful with millions of dollars of debt versus your personal having millions and millions of dollars of debt. Because you know how real estate can be so costly, right? So you can have 3 properties that be in $1 million worth of debt, but that is called an asset. You don't want to put that as your personal DT, you know what I'm saying? Your personal debt.
Right.
So that's something to think about.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody for joining. I'm very excited to share my knowledge. I've been studying business for about a year and some change now. I've put myself in position to get $100,000 worth of business funding. I started 2 businesses. I still have these things available to my leisure, but you want to be careful when you have funding, because you can very much abuse it, so these are things that you have to pay back. You don't want to just acquire so much. So I'm in a process of putting myself in a hole, because if I get $300,000 worth of business funding, I can't really benefit until I have my plan and everything situated for me to move forward. So let's see if anybody wants to start with your first question. I'm going to also take notes myself so that we can have this later. Who has a question?
Does your business already need to be making a profit to get funded?
No. So you can you have opportunities to get funded within the first 3 months of you opening your business. How I did it when it came down to banks, I've leveraged my personal credit. So I didn't have much business credit, but I was starting my business credit, and I leveraged my personal credit. I had horrible personal credit, and I built my personal credit to a 750 credit score. I brought all my credit cards down. I raised all my credit limits. I took off my old addresses and things of that nature, and I cleaned it up and made the profile look so nice that when I went to go get funding, I was, I looked good to the bank. So Chase has amazing 0% business card. So my goal was to have 0% business cards. I wasn't necessarily looking for loans and or business line of credit, because they can get costly. They have fixed interest rates in there, but they are very accessible, because they know that they're going to make their money. So I was looking for more of 0% business cards. So when I went to Chase and Bank of America, they have for a whole year, they give you 30K, 50K cards, and you can leverage those cards from there. But I use my personal credit. From what I've learned, that you can also use your business credit. So you can build your business credit and align those 2 to get $70,000, $50,000 cards to make sure that you're able to have funding. So they just want to know what you expect your business to do. They're not looking at any your revenue. especially when you start with cards. So there's different types of funding. So you want to make sure that you line yourself up with the funding that you're looking for and structure yourself properly that way. So if you're looking for credit cards, as long as your personal credit is good, they will give it to you and they will not even check one single revenue record. They're not interested. Now, if you're not utilizing your personal credit, you definitely have to have some revenue coming in for your business because they want to see how you're going to pay this back, you know? Did I answer your question? Right?
That leads me to my question. You said that you got in yours by using your personal credit. Now, what if we have business credit already established and the personal credit may not be that well, but the business credit is very good and the
Right.
revenue is there?
Right. So that was part of my answer to the first one, that you can definitely use your business credit and leverage your revenue to acquire funding. That they don't necessarily need to know your personal business. They just want to verify you. The only thing they would use your credit for is to verify you. I'm also a business loan agent, and not to mention, I'm also I have affiliates to the multiple business loan programs that I've gotten into. Like Fundbox is really, really good. They will give you a business line of credit that you can use. Business line of credit, if no one knows, the difference is you have a line of credit and you borrow it and you only get charged with what you borrow. So if you have $10,000 worth and you only need 5,000, you're only getting that fixed interest on just the 5,000 part. Once you keep paying it back and it goes back to your 10,000 mark, you can keep using it over and over and over, you know, just like a credit card, but it allows you to take cash. So it's more accessible to you as cash and or to pay a bill. So they have like a link to accounts that you can pay your bills, you can pay your credit card bills or things of that nature. So business funding, you can definitely get with your business credit. You don't need your personal credit at all. They will just need to verify you with your personal credit.
What was the name of that the company that you said to use for that?
There's Fundbox.
Fundbox. Okay.
Yeah, and there's another one. I'll send you the link because when you're affiliated with people, you get more approval odds, a better chance of approval odds. So make sure you DM me on Discord and I'll send you that Fundbox link, especially if you have a business bank account?
Yes.
And your revenue is going into your business bank account, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're definitely there. You say you have your LLC and everything's structured, right? We're going to go into the
Correct.
structure part. So make sure you guys have websites aligned with your businesses. Make sure your email addresses are aligned with your businesses. This is just to make you look good. You know, they don't want to see yahoo.com. So let's see, Fifi Funeral Home at yahoo.com. That's not something that, you know, banks would trust. Or you're using your personal phone number. You want to make sure that everything is separate. Don't use your home address. They will Google your home. They will Google your business address and see that it's an actual home. If you're marketing yourself to the bank so that because you need help with a funeral home and your business address is under your personal home, they can see that 1 and 1 don't make 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
So Kai, how would you set up a business around trading since there's very specific guidelines for using certain things, certain words in your business name? Like it can't be trading, it can't be capital, it can't be. So how would you set that up?
So for myself personally, I would just say Kaisha or Pettiford Group or Pettiford Enterprise, or like nothing about investing, nothing about anything. And it doesn't even have to have doesn't have to really necessarily align with something. So I would try to make it as like a consulting group, because that's very vague, or a management group, right? So when you go for funding to a bank, you want to let them know that's a low risk business. You want to tell them that you have a consulting group, or a business group, a business consulting group, and it's revolved around trading, but it doesn't align with trading. So you can have whatever trading investments that you can in that without them penalizing you. They can't penalize you for something that is not attached. As long as the business has revenue or is making money, they can't, there's nothing that they can do. So you want to have as vague as possible name, and it can align with yourself, and it's not a risk, because it's not gonna, you're not gonna get sued, it's not like a property, or you're not selling cosmetics as if someone can get irritated or ingest something like that. So it's really about having a funded investment company that's under LLC. It's not has anything to align with anyone. So just keep it as general as possible. Keep it as a consultant. You want to have your NAICS code and your SCI code. Make sure it's very, very vague. That's going to be in week 3. I'm going to show you guys how to get your NAICS codes and things of that nature, so that you can be reputable to the banks. You don't want the bank to give you your own NAICS code. You want to tell them, this is my NAICS code, and I want to go under a consulting management group, however, so that you do not have the worst risky business, so you can get the best maximum funding. Okay.
Okay.
Does that answer your question? Tell me, because I start rambling, guys. Don't let me start going. I'm not answering your questions. You let me know. Answer your
What's the
question.
next code?
Say that again, Sean.
What's the next code? Or I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but
So a next code is I'm gonna tell you what is abbreviated for. But a next code is a line.
You say next code.
Next, NAICS. Hold on. Okay. Let me just tell you what it means, but it aligns with your business, right? So you want to so that's how they identify you. The Uncle Sam identifies your business, and how the banks identifies your business, or what your business entails, right? So hold on. Next code.
Like mine's is optical, so it'll say optical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's your code that you give people,
Yeah,
and it aligns with what you do.
Yep, everybody has an NAICS code. Like trucking has an NAICS code, construction has an NAICS code, real estate has everything has an NAICS code. Let me see.
It's the North American Industry Classification System.
Yeah, no, North American Industry, classification system. I just Googled it just now. I can't remember all these things. And then there's also.
you said that you tell the bank what your code is. Don't let them give you one.
Yeah, because they'll ask you, just like when you go to register your business, they'll ask you, so what's your business about? Or what you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And they'll just look and assume and they'll just click anything. So you want to make sure you tell them, like, well, here's my articles of incorporation, here's my NAICS code, here's my address, here's everything. Like, give them the information so they can't assume and put your business under the wrong code, so that you can be just risky to the businesses, I mean, to the banks. So you want to make sure that all your stuff is prepared and lined up and structured properly. So when you sit at that table, you go, this is my information, and this is what my business is under. And they're just gonna take it. Never, like when I first started my business, it was under real estate. Real estate is very, very a risky business to bank. So they can and will fund you, but they won't give you the maximum funding. Don't ask me why it's risky. Well, it's risky because if you have an investment property and people don't pay their rents, how are you going to pay the bank back, So they don't necessarily want to know that you're buying these multiple properties for hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, and you're not going to pay you can't pay them back, or you could be in a position to not pay them back. Trucking is very risky. There's accidents all the time. I would, if I was to do trucking, it would be under consulting or concierge, because that can align with trucking. So you want to, or dispatching, you can actually send, you're like the backbone. You can send the trucks, but you're not operating the trucks, if that makes sense. You know, you don't want them to know that you are in the riskiest place of a business. You want to let them know that you are consulting. Consulting in e-commerce is one of the most highly funded businesses there are. So you kind of want to keep it in that niche without them ever knowing what you're really doing. And that's not something that like you're trying to be sneaky. You're definitely just positioning yourself for a better opportunity.
So if it actually is a trucking business, like our LLC is not, it doesn't say trucking, it says logistics. Like we have logistics in our name. I don't know, it's just, you kind of scaring me because funding is really the goal for us.
Right. So with logistics, you can definitely get funding, and it's about getting the funding, right? So you want to make sure you have your insurances and everything like that, with that knows what you're doing, right? So you don't want to just go and get insurance and say, well, we just consult, and then that's not the case. You just want to be able to purchase the vehicles, right? You want to be able to purchase or be able to employ the staff. So you are the person, you're not the person who's working, you're the person who's allowing or providing the service. So if I brought a truck and I allowed Bob to drive it, that's my business. I'm the concierge, I'm the consultant. I consulted with Bob to drive this truck. I consulted with him to drive the truck. You not driving the truck. You know what I'm saying? But because it's a trucking business, they're like, they're just gonna rub their nose the wrong way just because. Well, we don't really want to fund businesses. They don't really make a lot of money. Oh, that's a really risky business. It's just for the bank purposes, right? But you know that you're a trucking company, your insurance company knows that you're a trucking company, and the truck knows it's a trucking company, you know, and everybody who works for you knows it's a trucking company. So just position yourself to be able to get the funding to apply or to purchase or to have that service so that everybody can, you know, because without the funding or the minimum funding, it's not gonna catapult the way you need it to or want it to.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't be scared. So when in my mentorship that I got the information from, one of the gentlemen was a trucker. He actually did all the trucking, but he had his business under consulting. And Rodney, when I tell you, he got the most money out of this class that I was in. He got like 200K, 300K. And he is.
So I need to rename it.
Logistics is what? What is it attached to? Because there's so many things that you can do with logistics. Hold on. Let me look. The detailed coordination of a complex operation involving many people, facilities, or supply. So you're pretty much the backbone. It's not a truck company. You can always say that you refer truckers, or you refer truck. You know,
I mean, my husband will be the driver, but
right. So you're logistic. You're just referring, or you're consulting. You're referring. You're consulting. You don't have to change. I don't think you have to change that name. Okay. Logistics. It was very a general. Logistics is very general.
Yeah, that's what I Googled. I did a little bit of Googling before I said that. So yeah.
So it looks very general. I just looked at it too. It's very general, so it doesn't necessarily. You could just say that you could say you dispatch. You could say you consult. Where truckers go to pick up products and X, Y, and Z. You're not the trucking company. You don't own the trucks, but you can purchase trucks with your funding.
Okay, so the guy that you were just talking about, who you said he was the driver, who did he get funding through?
He got funding through FNBO, all the banks, Chase, Bank of America. because we were in a credit stacking group. I'm still in the credit stacking group. So we stack, and I can also show you guys how to credit stack. As long as we align our personal credit, you can do a lot with your personal credit and your business credit. You can stack credit cards. So he got Chase, US Bank, Bank of America. He had FNBO, Capital on tap. He didn't do any business credit lines, but he was stacking up his cards to the point where all these cards were like 200K worth of cards.
So when you do stuff like that, you only need a business plan to get like a loan from the bank.
We
You
don't
don't
use business plan.
No,
because
see, that's what I found in my research, that you needed a business plan to
So-
get funding.
Right. So see. So there's three types of funding. Loans, you definitely need a business plan.
Okay.
Business line of credit, you don't need a business plan. And
All right.
business credit cards, you do not need a business plan. Not even close. I don't have a business plan.
So
But grants is and grants, you definitely want to have a business plan.
Wait, you said loans, cards.
Loans,
Yep.
cards, credit, business lines of credit.
Line of
and
credit.
grant.
Okay.
Did somebody was to ask a question?
Well, that you speak of grants, a lot of the grants I've been finding, like, I don't qualify for, they're like tech grants and stuff. Where would be the best place for me as a small business to look for grants?
Okay, so I can give you a list of grants that I look for. The grants are slowing down because the end of the year. So you want to be able to structure and place your business properly so that come January, you'll be right for all grants. They have grants for e-commerce. FedEx does grants, NAV does grants, like so many different companies does grants for all types of businesses. And we also want to make sure, as minority women, I know a lot of women here except for Sean, but Sean, you're a minority with us. Like, we want to make sure that we are getting certified in these grants programs so that we can be positioned again for free money. Who doesn't want free? Let's want free money. Free money. What the freak? So you can go to, you don't even have to write these grants. Like, we're gonna plan the heck out of our businesses. You don't even have to write these grants. You can go to Fiverr.com, pay somebody $20 and write your grant for you.
I heard that before. Yeah.
You don't have to write it. So you always want to position yourself. As long as all your articles are structured properly, you go on Fiverr, you say, listen, I want to apply for this grant. Here you go. Boom, here's the information. Boom, here's my business address. Because remember, it's not your personal. Your business address, your phone number, and whatever. All you will want to do is really entering your EIN number. Like, when they send it to you, make sure you enter the actual details so that they can't use your information later to try to get grants on their own, right? And
Right.
pay somebody $20. Pay somebody $20 for a $5,000 grant. I got two $20. I got two $20s for you. What's wrong with that? So, but it's about structuring, planning to structure your business properly. Everyone should consider fixing or helping their personal credit, because that's how you get the max funding. But we can definitely get you funding prior to your because you can scale your business credit while working on your personal credit. You know that, right? You don't have to work on your personal credit first to have business credit.
Does that lead to personal credit increase?
No,
Or is it just a soft tool?
just to verify you.
Okay.
They just want to verify who you are as a person, because anybody can have business credit and be a fake person. They always just want to verify you as a who
Human.
you are.
Okay.
Pretty much. So that's the only thing. Who was texting me? The only thing that you will want or give them your information for, but other than that, you don't have to have funding with your personal credit for business. Anybody else have a question?
I have another question when it comes to structure. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know how I was saying I have my art and then a clothing brand. Now I've heard of like some type of umbrella
Hmm.
thing where you can run multiple businesses under it. How is that set up?
So you can always have a corporation and or holding company to hold your multiple LLCs. That would be definitely ideal because you always want to say, let's see, Alicia's Enterprise owns Alicia's Painting, Alicia's Logistics, Alicia's Cake Shop. You know, like you want to make sure that this umbrella owns all of these things. So that's definitely doable. That's definitely something that you want to look at, especially if you have multiple LLCs.
Okay, so it is okay to create the LLCs and then just add them to an umbrella.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called, a holding company.
You don't have to do it first. Yeah, you don't have to do it first. Because a lot of people are never know what they want. So they'll have a ton of LLCs and then like they don't know, and then they revisit them. And then they can just add them to your umbrella. But you also want to have a corporation or for your life insurance. Like you guys, I just got into the information about whole life insurance and index policies, and you want to live the rest of your retirement life nice and free. Think about investing into that because it's a living benefit, not just a dying benefit. And you could just sit pretty and retire really nice on some good returns. Really good returns. I'm excited. I just opened one for my son. He don't even know. So he thinks that he's gonna have to work for the rest of his life, but when he gets about 30, because he's 19 now, he gets about 30, he's not gonna have to work. But just by putting $100 into an index account or whole life insurance. I'm not gonna tell him that, so let's move on because he can hear me. Trying to keep the secret.
So okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep asking questions. This is my last one.
No, you had better ask all the questions in the world. I'm here for.
I'll take over. I'll just be asking questions. Okay. So I actually joined some girl on Facebook who was having a lot about her selling. She did something with insurance. And I was asking her about a whole life insurance plan for the purposes of borrowing for a business and stuff. And she was like, well, we don't recommend that because you can't get, she's like, you just don't get that much. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people who actually sell insurance try to say they don't recommend that.
Yeah. So you never want to do it. So these are long-term investments, right? They're not to be putting in money for short term. So you would never, I would suggest you not to think about it within 10 years. But you can, it will occur cash values in 5. Well, mine personally, there's all different type of products, right? So my whole life insurance cash values in 5 years, right? So I put my money in monthly for 5 years. It compounds interest. If anybody knows what compound interest is, it's interest on top of interest. And interest on top of interest is really, really good. So by the time I put, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, about 20 grand in about 5 or 6 years, right? 20 grand. That will be, I want to say almost 6 figures in 5 years because it's appreciating and it's going compound interest. So I can borrow against that, right? So when I borrow against that, so I have say 80 grand, say I have 80 grand, and then I want to buy a car or put down on a home. I can take out of that whole life insurance. It's not creating any type of debt to my personal or my business, right? I can take out 20 grand. I want to buy into an investment property. So now my life insurance is now charging me or my business 6% for taking this money out, right? So now this money is going back into my account at 6% interest. It's not going back to the company, it's going back to my policy at 6% interest. So imagine you going to borrow from a business loan or a credit card at 20% interest. You took your car, you took the money off the car at 20% interest, 50% interest. You're like throwing money to somebody else when you can be giving it back to yourself. Does that make sense?
I get that.
Yes, it makes sense.
Right.
Before
So
they-
say no, I'm gonna say it one more time because I had to think about it too. 20% to the bank, right? So these loans sometimes are very high interest, especially business loans, they're very high interest rates. You're taking 20,000. Let me use my calculator. You're borrowing 20,000 to go into investment property times 20%. You're paying them back 39 or $4,000, right? You're paying them back $4,000. I had something else over there. You're paying them back $4,000 when you could be paying yourself back 6%, which is allowing you to have more money to make more money, compound interest over and over and over, versus you just throwing it to somebody else, right? So I will always, even a car with these MSRPs now, the car it's too high. And then the minimum is like 9% interest rates, even with that's for good credit. So instead of you giving the car dealership 9% or the bank that loaned the car dealership 9%, you can just pay yourself back. You could just buy the car in cash and pay yourself back 6% interest. You're just paying yourself back, and you're not even obligated to pay it back, to tell you the truth, because it's your money. But it's ideal to pay it back, because now you have more money on top of more money, just making more money, and it's protected from the stock market. If that makes sense. I feel like doesn't Will say that all the time? If that makes sense.
Well, I understand.
Yeah. Now you've repeated it the second time. I understand.
The first thought you didn't get it.
Yeah, I was like, what is she talking about with life insurance? But I get it now. So basically, life insurance is it's telling
It's
the
a
bank,
living benefit. It's not just a dying benefit.
that's your leverage, basically, the life insurance. So you can you do that with properties as well then?
Yes. Cars, properties, vacations. What do you want to do? Put your kids through college, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. It's your money. You're the bank. You're the bank. So I think that anybody who would be was probably not going to say is ideal to do, but that's how the rich get rich.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. That's how the rich stay rich.
They get rich.
Generational wealth.
Rich. Yeah. And I'm on my way. I'm sacrificing now. I don't all those luxury bags and all that stuff and drive a nice car. No, I can wait.
Yeah, it's coming. They inflated anyway. Got inflated prices.
Yeah. Everything is just too hard. So instead of to prepare yourself for the recession, just have a plan and make sure that everything is just lined up properly. Your business has to be lined up properly. Your trading has to be lined up properly. You don't want to just wing through life. Anybody who's winging through life is not successful. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. And if they are, they got lucky. And if they did get lucky, they're not going to stay successful because they don't have a plan. So make sure and everybody's going to have their own plan and their own differences. So make sure that you guys know exactly what you want your future to look like, exactly how you want your business to look like. Some people might like loans better than credit cards, With credit cards, you don't have access to the cash. If you take out cash, you're going to get a cash fee, a cash advance fee, right? But where there's a will, there's a way. We're going to talk about that later, that you can liquidate your cards. You can liquidate those credit cards and pay them back at 0% for a year, but you don't want to sit on it for a whole year. So if you're so say like let's plan to buy a multi right now. Yvette, you're a real estate. You want to help me with something real quick?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Yvette is a real estate agent, right? So she's going. I'm gonna go Yvette. I want to buy a multi. I'm a single mom. I'm ready to just get from. I don't want to rent anymore. I'm gonna get a multi. So I'm looking for a 3-family house. I'm gonna live in one with an FHA loan. I'm gonna live in one, and I'm gonna rent out the other 2. It's a $300,000 property. At how much is the APR right now?
Well, it depends on your credit. How
Right.
much you will pay.
So if I qualify for my good credit, right? I have good credit. We're gonna say good credit because that's the goal, to have good credit. I have good credit. I have a 750 credit score. How much is my APR?
Well, you probably can still get in under 6%.
All right, 6%, right? So it's a $300,000 property. So how much do I have to put down? 6%, right?
Oh, no, no, I'm
That's what I
talking
meant to
interest
ask.
rate. You're talking about how much you'll have to put down?
Yeah, how much? I meant to say that. How much do I have to put down?
Okay, well, at $300,000, okay, let's just say 6%.
6%, right? So I have to have $18,000, right? So I have a Chase card, right?
Mhm.
My Chase card is $50,000. So I'm gonna take 18,000 off my Chase card for my
But you
business.
got to
And
be
guess
careful
what?
that doesn't impact your credit
Wait a
score.
minute, hold on. I ain't about to tell you.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, is that in cash? Taken out in cash.
I wasn't done, right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, Yvette, I'm doing this through
Okay.
my business card.
Okay,
I don't
good, all
know
right.
nothing about that because why this business card is not aligned with my personal credit. So I can max the hell out of this business card. And guess what? Well, Yvette ain't gonna never know.
All right now.
She ain't never gonna know. So I'm gonna take $18,000 and liquidate this card, right? And I'm gonna do it through a payment processor. Every business should have a payment processor, right? You don't necessarily, it don't have to be through your own, but if your husband, a lot of you ladies were saying that you have husbands and stuff, and they have a business, you can pay his business $18,000. Guess what? It's gonna cost him 3% processing fee on $18,000. Let's see, how much is that? Times 3%, $540. Okay. Imagine if you had a loan at 20%. 18,000 times 20%. Oh shoot, hold on. 18,000 times 20%. Why am I doing? Could somebody help me? This is not going right. 18,000 times 20% is $3,900. So you paid the payment process of $540 to be able to get into something that's going to make you what? Money. You mad or not? Because you could go take that $18,000 and go pay Chase on a loan $3,900.
And so you said that you were gonna live in one of the units. So now you're living in one of the units and your other 2 tenants are paying.
Free.
Yeah.
Free.
I feel
Free.
that. Great.
Free 99. It cost me $540. The only payment that I'm gonna really be doing is paying back that credit card every month. And I can do that in a year time at 0% interest. It ain't so.
That's a no-brainer, isn't it?
It ain't so. What you think about that, Sean?
I was going to ask you to run back through it because recently I was going to buy a fourplex, but I didn't.
Can we do it again? You ready?
So the
Yeah, say
difference is
it
like-
one more time.
We're
Yeah,
gonna do this one more time. And
Yeah.
actually we're gonna do it with a higher number and we're gonna write the notes down, right?
Well, the
Uh,
number, I was gonna buy one for 295 right outside of Houston, but the interest rate was just gonna be a little bit too high, but I didn't know about these tricks, and so.
You didn't know about the what? I couldn't hear you.
Tricks that you're talking.
Oh, the credit. Okay.
Yeah, we got a business card and all this kind of stuff, but I just know about all this stuff. So maybe that's back, hopefully back on the table, maybe.
Right. So we're gonna talk about it again because this is one of the avenues that I'm also gonna be going into. Yvette and I spoke about this before. It's very crucial to be able to use other people's money to make money, right? I don't have $18,000 just sitting down. I have it at available credit, but I want to make sure that I'm positioning myself properly to make sure I make these moves, right? So let's do this again. So Todd, actually, not Todd, sorry, Sean, we buying this house for 300,000, right? That's how much the fourplex was?
It was 295 actually, but you can call it 3.
Where you live out again?
Well, I live in New Mexico. This place was outside of Houston.
Outside of where?
Houston, Texas. I think it's in Katy.
Oh, wow.
And so as long as it's not 5 units, it's still residential.
As long as not five units. How many units is it?
It was 4.
4 units, okay. But no, let's really make some money. So we're gonna make this money even more, and we're gonna see how we're gonna actually make this property pay us, not just make us live for free. We want to get paid from this property, right?
Yeah, the only thing is I wasn't gonna live in it, myself. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
Well, you were gonna live in it, Sean. You were gonna live in one of the units.
Exactly. Oh, you
For
better
1
say
year,
that.
you're gonna live in one of the units, Sean.
once a year.
For 1 year,
Okay.
this
Listen.
1 year, you're gonna receive your mail in one of the units.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me mute my camera real quick because my son is up. But we're gonna talk about that right now. Go ahead. Okay, so we got $300,000 home, right?
So we can't, are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm gonna you can see me in 1 second. But my son, he said he don't want to be in my camera. So I have to take my camera off.
Oh, girl, are you gonna do it on a document or something?
Oh, you want to do it? You want me to do a document? Let me see.
So you can type it out. I don't know.
You know, you're the one who's savvy like that.
If you got Google Docs,
I have Google. I have Outlook.
if you got like Google Docs or if you got Apple, like Pages, anything that you can do like a
Yeah.
quick,
Okay.
quick diagram, quick text,
Oh gosh, you're not making me do all of this.
When
You know
you
what?
went
We're
to
gonna do this next time, but I'm gonna write it on.
when you went to the 6%, I got a bit lost.
Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna type it out though. Let me share my screen. You guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So we're gonna buy a house.
You can just type out the numbers though.
I am. You better leave me alone.
You know what I mean? Like if it's too much with the text, you can just type out the numbers. Do you know what I mean? So is this just buying a house to live in or buying a property to invest?
Just a property for investment, living in, however you want to use
Okay.
it. You use it however you want to use it, right? So this is 300K. $300,000 property, right? So we looking for down payment. Down payment is how much is the down payment? It's at 6%, right? Right,
I was gonna
Yvette?
put 20 because I don't want to have to pay the
Because you don't want to have to live in it. But so let's say the most cost efficient way. I'm saying nobody's way is stupid, right? The most cost efficient way to do it is to just so you live there. But like I don't want to tell nobody to do anything. Like you live there. That's one of your homes. You go there 6 months out the year. all you have to do is live there 6 months out the year, right? Yvette?
It does kind of depend on the area, but so I get, I get you don't want to have any tax problems, but I would certainly talk to my accountant to see if there was
Yeah.
a way that I could use that property when maybe I'm in town or something along those lines, and see if how we can make that work.
So let's just say they go 6%. I mean 20%. I did 20% for Sean, right? So Sean, you have to put down 60K to buy this house, okay? You ready? So you
Yeah.
have a business credit card, right? And so you have business credit cards because not necessarily you're gonna have on one card 60K, right? Because with Chase you can have a 70K card, but it's probably not gonna be that much ideal, right? So you don't want to put too much on one card, right? So say if you had 100K worth of business credit, right? Credit card, 100K. You're going to liquidate this card, right? Because this is a 0% card for a whole year. We don't really want to actually go for these cards until we know we're about to close on something. If you're buying a property, you do not want to just jump and have this card for a year. And then by the time you buy the property, okay, now it's starting to cure interest. That's not ideal, right? So you got this card for 0% interest. We're going to liquidate this card because we need 60K. At 3% processing fee. That's $1,800.
Is
Processing
the processing fee the cash advance like
No.
interest?
cash advance is 24%. Want to know the difference?
Say
Processing
it again.
cash advance fee is 24%, 22 or 24%. You ever look at your credit cards and they say cash advance fee, like 24%. So if you took 60,000 cash advance, which they don't even allow you to do that. You ever notice that? So if you have a $10,000 card, they only let you take out $1,000, right? In cash. Are
I've
you
never
guys
tried
following
to
me?
do it,
Yeah,
so
I've noticed that before.
What'd you say, Sean? Sorry.
I'm gonna say I've never tried to do a cash advance because I feel like the interest is way too high.
It's
So-
retarded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cash advance at 24%. You just gave but they don't let you do that much, but that's $14,000.
Mhm.
They don't let you do that. So Sean could never take 60K and put a down payment on his house, right? So he has business credit for $100,000 worth of business credit cards, right? So now he's gonna, between 2 or 3 cards, he's gonna take 60K. So let's say if he has 100K cards divided by 3. He got 3 cards. They're like 33. So he'll take 20 off each and leave a balance on each one, right? So you have 13 on each card. So the processor fee was 18,000. So now he pays back within a year $6,100. 61,000.
Okay,
So-
wait, I'm sorry. The processing fee is to the bank or that is
No.
to,
Okay, so let's talk about the process fee. Alicia, you have a husband, right?
uh-huh.
Your husband has a business,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you're gonna pay your husband a trucking fee. Listen, they don't have to know that y'all married. Remember, this is business to business. No one knows who owns these businesses. That's why businesses protect your personal, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Alicia, your painting company told your husband's trucking company to move all of these supplies and all this stuff and all this furniture for 60K. And you paid the processing fee because when you do like PayPal, I would suggest PayPal. But if you do Stripe or if you do something, you're not gonna do it all at once. But the fee, because every time you use your credit card, it charges you a processing fee, right? Does anybody notice that?
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Every time you use your credit card, it pays. So you're paying for that service to pay another business 3%. it's only $1,800, right? So you have your payback is $61,800, Sean, okay?
Right.
Okay. So now this fourplex you said?
Yeah.
So now you got this house, right? We're gonna make this pay us 3 ways. 2 or 3.
Sorry, Kaisha, do you know the processing fee? Is that just one lump sum off one card, or does it
No.
times by 3?
It's between the 3 cards, but overall, because each time he used a card, he's gonna do a processing fee,
Of 1%
3%.
on each card?
Yep.
So
But
it'll,
remember,
so it'll be
But-
like 1,800 times by
no,
3.
no, that's all together.
Oh, okay.
That's all together. It's not 1,800 each card. You guys following me, right? So
Yeah.
this is all between. This is his 60K times 3%.
And
That's-
if he wasn't, if he was gonna live there, if it was residential, then it would be cheaper, the down payment, because it's not.
The pay would be down cheaper, but he don't want to do that. He want to get a commercial loan. So we're just gonna do we're gonna make this ideal for Sean right now. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So we're gonna make this a living reality for you right now. Okay. So Sean gonna pay this back $61,800. But guess what? Sean got $13,000 on each card left to do renovations or whatever he wants, right? So now let's reno this house. We're gonna put 20K into this house on a card. 20,000 times 3%, $600. So now processing fee is $600. $600, right? So now Sean has to pay the processing fee of 20,000. Sorry. Oh, so now equals 20,660. So now Sean has altogether his debt to this credit card is 61,800 plus 2,600. You guys following me?
Yeah.
So now total debt is 82,400. So Sean still got some money left over, right, on his cards. And guess what? He did this with a 3% processing fee one time, not all year. Every year he's paying 24% interest. He got 0% right now. He just paid a processing fee, right? So you got $82,400. Sean don't want to live in this, so he has a fourplex. What's market rent down there, Sean?
What was it? I want to say it was like $900 per unit.
900 times 4. 3,600. 3,600 times 12. All right, you still got some debt. $43,000. But no, we're not gonna do that debt. Hold on. 900 times 4 is $3,600 a month.
Right.
That's how much he's going to incur. How much would the mortgage be, Yvette?
It was gonna be like $2,000 at the numbers they ran me.
So your profit is only $1,600 a month.
Right. Yeah. That was part of the reason why I didn't do it, because I was betting on a recession. Are the people gonna be able to pay rent? Was all of them gonna stay rented? So the margins were too tight. So that's why I backed out.
Okay. But watch what we're gonna do here. So the property, we paid $300,000 for it. When you put down 60K on a property, does this number go down, Yvette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. So the
Okay,
mortgage
so
becomes on 240,000.
so 240,000.
That's where he's borrowing.
So he put that down. So now his property is 240,000. But guess what he gonna do? He renovated it, right? So he put equity back into this house. Right now he's sitting on, after this, he really has the 60 grand of equity sitting there because the property's 300,000. So now his 60K is literally sitting there as equity, but now he put 20K, which would normally make the house 400K. I would say 380. That's low baller. Okay, work. So how much can you take out of equity after a refinance?
I don't know all that. Yeah, I'll defer.
I think it's 75%. So of the equity. So 380 minus 240. You have 140K in equity times 75% is $105,000. So you just took $105,000 back out the house, and what you do? Pay back this, and you pay back this. And how much do you have left over after 105,000?
About 25K.
About 25K, right? So now you just paid, within 6 months, you just paid all your debt back, right? Because you refinanced it. Let me put refinance. Refinanced property. You have equity of 100 and times 75%. You could take out 75% of the equity in a house. 105 times 75%. Times 75% is 78K. No, that wasn't what I said the first time. No, it's 105. No, sorry, it's 105,000. That's actually what it was. It was 140. I took 75. It was $105,000. So I paid back all my loan. So you got minus 82,400 minus 2,600. Nope, total debt. 805 minus 82,400 is the total debt. $22,600. $22,600. Then you still have your monthly times 4 is 36. So you're getting 1,600 in profit, right, Sean?
Right.
1,600 in profit times 12. Now you're making 19 grand a year. That's all. Texas has got low rent. 19 grand a year.
Well,
Yeah.
it ain't New York City, that's for sure.
Right. Profit is 19,200 after you pay your mortgage. And then you have 22,600 to sit on. So you could take that 22K and reinvest in something else. You could take that 22K and but you already put your debt. So now 19,200 in the next 5 years, you'll have 96 grand. This property made you $96,000. If you'd have lived in it, you'd just be profiting and rent free and expense free, because it'll be paying for itself. So you pay back all your debts. This is paid. This is paid. That was the same thing. This is paid. and it paid it with this, the equity of the property. And now you can do whatever you want with this. And this. But you used it on 0% business credit. You did it on somebody else's money. It made it more realistic for you, right?
Yeah, I'm still a little confused about the numbers, you know, to be 100% honest.
Tell me where, because this is bootleg, because I wasn't preparing on doing numbers. But tell me, you have a property of 300,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put the down payment on a credit card, 60K, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have business credit of 100K. So you're not trying to find the money, you already have it, right? Your
Right.
processing fee is debt, so that's, we're gonna make that red. This is debt, right? $61,800. So this plus this, your credit card, right? Plus, that's how much you down payment off the credit card, and the processing fee is $1,800. Now you have to pay back that card or cards, $61,800, right?
Right.
You renovated it, and in Texas, I don't think you need this much, but you renovated it for 20K. So now you gave yourself more money, but you had to push the equity into it. Am I right, Yvette?
You're saying by doing the renovation, she's gonna create equity?
She's creating, I'm creating more equity.
That's true.
In, right. So if I renovated and made it a much nicer place to live, more attractive, you're pushing equity. So now when you get it reappraised, your house is worth more than this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it only took 20,000 to make it worth this much.
So
You see how my 20,000 made it work for me? Say that again.
yeah. In theory, I could do this with
Your own money.
all your own, right? Without-
Yeah. So
like,
that you would take this away. And where's the other processor fee? This away. So you won't need these two things. But not everybody has Todd money. Because you are Todd and the other one Todd. Nobody has money like y'all. So we were just trying to show you how to make money with somebody else's money, right? So you're saving yourself $1,800 plus $600. Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know, I get the feeling that I'm probably leaving a lot of money on the table. I need to talk to you, you know, I guess kind of offline at some point, because I mean, we do well, but we probably like mismanaging a lot of stuff is but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not in the markets, but I definitely have a lot of information and a lot of people that had experience around me. Like I've taken so many classes, and this is something I'm definitely going into. So I'm right behind you, but I'm going to be using other people's money to do it, because I want to make sure that I'm not putting my finances at risk. Like I need to still live, you know, I need to still be able to, you know, to eat and sleep and live, you know what I'm saying? So until I get to that point where I can use my money, I'm probably just gonna use somebody else's money.
Well, I mean, I would say even if you have the money to use, if you can use somebody else's, that's probably always the route to
Always
go.
the best route, yeah.
And like we have our own money and we use it, but if I can use somebody else's and it's all legal and it makes sense, I mean, then why use all?
Why use your money? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. So you always want to put, it's called the Burr method. If you want to look a little bit more, you always want to force equity and refinance, take out and have money on the table. It's like creating money. It's like printing money. It's literally printing your own money.
Yeah, because then you would have it's like 20K in cash. At the end
Now
of
you
the
have
month.
20K in cash, yeah.
Yeah, because before you was using the credit cards, which is
Mhm.
bank money, and then you leverage that, and now you've come out with. like
So if
20K.
if I got two houses with pretty decent equity in them, you recommend that we refinance them or take the money out of them, the equity out of them?
Mm-hmm. If you could force more equity, if you could you could even force equity with small landscaping, paint jobs, stuff like that, and you can take $1,300, renovate a bathroom, right? Add some to the bathroom, fix the landscaping outside, paint the freaking house, and literally put $30,000 more, and you only spent $3,000.
Yeah, we've already done, like, especially the house that I live in now. I mean, it's already been renovated back in 2019 and for big numbers, you know what I mean? So maybe we should.
In 2019, you said it was renovated?
Yeah. Mhm.
2019. So you refinanced it already?
Yeah, it's been refinanced, but I never took any equity out of it. When I bought the house, I
So you
think,
refinanced it and then take why you do that?
well, I mean, I refinanced it to bring the interest rate down. Like, I think when we bought the house,
Oh,
it was we bought it at 5%, then we had COVID and they was, interest rates dropped down to like 2%. So we refinanced it. So instead of paying, I don't know, a $3,000 mortgage or whatever it was, we refinanced it down to 2 to knock the monthly payment down to $2,000, but we never took the equity out of the house. We just financed it. So the equity is all still there, but maybe we should take the equity out of the house. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, where I'm going with this.
well, if you don't have a plan to utilize equity, I wouldn't. But if the interest rates are high right now, that doesn't make the property value high. Is the property value low right now?
Nah, well, it's probably lower than it was a year ago. I think it's still pretty
High.
It's a pretty nice house, and then you throw in the equity. I know I'm ahead, so to speak. But where I go with it is, we got two houses here that have been refinanced, and I know all of them have more than 20% equity in it. Probably I don't know, 30. I'd have to run the numbers to see, but we don't pay the PMI on it, so I know we surpassed the 20% on both of them. So and I don't.
How much is one of the houses worth?
One of them probably 4, one of them probably like, I don't know, 7. It's hard to say exactly because they're really worth what the market says they're worth. So
you have about $80,000 in equity.
Yeah.
In the 400.
At least that, probably a little more than that. But I don't have a plan per se for the $80,000. I know my wife wants to open up her own practice, but I can run it, but I don't know how to stand it up though. So,
so you pretty much can take about $60,000 out of it. If it's $80,000 left, you could take about $60,000 out of it and refinance it. But you'll probably end up refinancing it with a higher interest rate because interest rates are high.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, that I know we don't want to do. So,
but it's all about positioning yourself, right? So in 1973, market rent was like $900. Now market rent is what, $2,000. Well, in New York, so about New York, right? $2,000 per unit. If you wait on buying real estate, right, until the market drops or whatever have you, you're gonna really miss out on opportunities. Just like y'all know how y'all feel about opportunities, especially y'all traders, us traders. You don't want to mess up your opportunity, right?
Yeah,
So you
you're
wanna
right
make
about
sure, so who's that? Okay, so you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself. So if you use this money for another property, my son walking by, hold on. So if you use this money for another property, you can absolutely get your return back. And then when the market rent goes up and the value of houses go really sky high, right? Because if your house is 300K and then the market goes up and now it's 300, it automatically just put your house without you even renovating it or putting expenses to it at 360K, right? And then you want to renovate it, you make it even more expensive. Now you have a 400K house that you purchased at 300K because the market now shot up.
Mhm.
So it's not even about waiting for the market to drop, because who said the market gonna drop?
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Said it's gonna drop. Right? Who said the pairs are gonna drop? Who, like, it's not guaranteed. Who said, not that they're not, when are they gonna do it? Right? So you're gonna miss an opportunity. And when it goes like this and it does this pivot, you already know it's gonna bounce down and jump back up. You don't want to be trying to catch it and it done passed you already. It's all the way up there. Now you're gonna buy up there? No, you're trying to buy down here, right? Or buy here. So when it drops, okay, but guess what? It surpassed you. You're still here. You're still in profit. Doesn't matter. So now the market's up. You already have the property, and you're gonna take out the money, refinance it at 400K, and you're just gonna take that money out just because you can. Because then when there's an opportunity for you to do it again, you'll have the cash on hand. And if your rent went up, if the mortgage went up $300 a month, it don't matter. You have to pay it back anyway. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. Because you're gonna put yourself in a position to create more wealth for yourself. If you guys have properties like that, I would probably buy a property every year if I could.
mhm.
Just because. The Bird method is one of the most, it's so sexy. Woo! I don't know why people don't do that. I don't know.
People have a hard time seeing the numbers, you know, I know I do.
No, you gotta pull out that equity and utilize it and run it back. Keep running. It's like a circle of wealth. Circle, 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 circle. You do a next one. Do it again. Do it again. Why you gotta pay? What is the point in paying off a mortgage? What is the point in paying off your house? What is the point? It's gonna create more money. What's the point?
Yeah, that is true. Especially if you got multiple houses. What really is the point?
If you really want to protect your home, you want to make sure that you have your home in a trust. Your life insurance in a trust, your cars in a trust, so that you won't pass on that debt to your family. That debt is in a trust, so it's already set in stone. So God forbid anything happens, right? It's in a trust. It's not in debt to your family.
Mhm.
All about stuff.
Or what does a trust do?
A trust protects the any debt collectors from stealing or taking your property away, and or making your family liable for any payments or anything like that to your property or your cars or your life insurance or anything like that. So somebody has to be a beneficiary of the trust, not of the actual property itself. Well, we're gonna go into that too.
Is that a bit like a will?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
necessarily, I
thinking
don't know.
more like a LLC, you know, or where you own it, but indirectly,
Protect it. You're
yeah, people
protect it.
can't, Like if you got something in an LLC or a corporation, you own it. But when I sue you, you don't own it. You know, the LLC owns it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Okay.
trust similar in that regard. You know.
Okay.
So the best thing you could describe is control everything, but own nothing.
Right.
You control everything that has to do with your businesses, but you don't own nothing. Your trust owns it, your LLC owns it. You're just the representative. You're the owner, but you're the representative, but you're not there as an owner, you know? So you control everything, but you own nothing. So if anybody even dare tried, they can't take nothing from you. They can't take nothing from you. If you're structured properly. You get it?
Yeah, I get 100%.
Well, that was good. I love numbers. What'd you say,
Yeah.
Sean?
I was just gonna say, if I was to take that equity out of the houses, I'll be buying me a commercial building. Something, you know, like in them strip malls, that kind of thing, where people is running their business out of and they're paying me.
You living my dream, Sean. Come on now. I told you this is too sexy for me. You can't be talking about this.
That's the way
Too
to do it,
sexy.
man.
It's too sexy over here. Sean, that is amazing. You should. Or build a community. Make one, create one. Why not build some, buy some land and just create whatever you want on it and make yourself some money. You got the equity. Debt in real estate is like cash. They're like, oh my God, he's rich. You know how easy it is to have $100 million in debt and equity? I mean, in debt, not equity, in debt in real estate.
Mhm. Very easy.
Easy.
That's
Yeah.
what
Two houses.
that's what Grant Cardone talks about all the time, doesn't he?
Yeah, that is life. I know him. I haven't been to none of his classes. That's one of my things I want to go to. Wherever he's at next, I might have to follow. But that is definitely something to have, especially in real estate, because the more debt you have, the more access you have to cash, because you can refinance that stuff, pull that money out. And your income comes from the people who are paying your rent. You don't even have to have a job.
Yeah.
Sitting there chilling.
So you can take out a salary.
Pretty much. You can pay yourself.
Yeah.
Their income. So if he has 3 or 4 or 5 different rental units, right? That's all his income. So if they all, let's quick, $900 times 10. He has 10 rental units. He makes $9,000 a month. 9,000 times 12. He's making 6 figures.
Yeah, 108,000.
He ain't doing nothing.
Oh snap! What did I just do?
No, even though it's paying stuff because it's part of the DTI. And that's why, Sean, if those houses was not in your personal name, your DTI wouldn't even equate to that 106. You qualify for more.
Yeah. I gotta think.
Yvette, am I speaking clear language or not?
It's true.
That DTI means nothing because those houses in the personal name, those houses are liabilities. In a business, those houses are assets.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we need to put the houses in the LLC there.
Yeah, that's how I did mine. I purchased them in the LLC, and they each have, I think, only one has 2 properties in one LLC, but for the most part, the LLC, I just use the address. That's the name of the LLC. That's how I remember.
Right. So Yvette has a clean personal credit and her businesses owns the houses. So if she wants more houses, they can't say, well, how much money you got? It doesn't really matter. She could qualify for way more. Even though the income is part of her salary or whatever, the rental is part of her income, the debt is still there because she has a monthly obligation to it, right, Yvette?
Yeah, for the most part, I mean, ideally, but at this point, they're free and clear.
Yeah, because they're not in her name.
No, I just bought them. You know, as realtors, sometimes you see things before they hit the market. You get real prices and things like that. So I just bought them right where they're free and clear.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a real estate, like, not license license here in New Mexico. But I just didn't have time to do it. So I know a little bit about it, you know, I'm probably not as knowledgeable as you are about it, but I mean, it was fun, but I just didn't have the time to do
Real
it.
estate is hard.
Yeah.
I took the whole class and never took the test. I was like, not interested.
Yeah, you should have taken the test. You probably, you know more. Everybody knows more than they think they know.
I know. I was running around for people. I don't know. I probably do it. I will probably get my license when I start investing to kind of cut out the middleman of paying somebody, commissions. Other than that,
Yeah, I took the test, never picked up the license.
Oh dear.
Gotta go
what's happening? What's happening?
It makes
Listen,
a difference when you ain't got to pay that commission.
It does.
you don't pay nobody commissions when you can do it yourself. Listen, you're gonna be millionaires. We have access to so many resources here in the small business. Not only do we have access to trading is definitely a resource. Trading is definitely access to money. Just have a plan. I'm not gonna stress this enough. Have a plan for your goals. If you just like, I want to do this and don't have a plan, how can you make it realistic? How can you obtain that goal if you don't have a plan for it? You can't. It's always gonna look unrealistic. It definitely is. If you need to make $10,000 a month trading, how many trading days is there in a month?
What, like 20?
Sure. 20, right?
21, I think.
If your goal is to make $10,000 a month trading, and you only have 20 days in a month to do it, all you need is $500 a day.
Or you can just make it one day.
No.
We're not all you.
Don't make me make ugly faces at you. No. That's how we blow accounts.
I'm joking. Yeah, but when you get to the stage that we're going to be at, you know, you can make, 5,000 a day.
But until then,
10,000.
how much we gonna make a day?
What, £50?
$500.
I think 500 is asking a lot to make a day.
That is a lot for the average person who makes about 150 a day or £75 a day.
I'm just, oh Lord.
I mean,
No, 500. I'm just saying it's a lot.
$500. You can find 500. Well, you know what? Because we trade indices. You can find $500 a day on a prop firm. You know why we blow accounts? Because we're trying to get.
Know how to lose 500 a day. I definitely know how to lose 500 a day.
You know how to lose 500 a day, Sean. I thought you guys were over there killing it.
No, he's not killing it. Todd's killing it, and he's letting him watching him sink, watching him drown.
Yeah, I'm not a good trader. I mean,
you are a good trader. You just need the patience and the time. You just need to be in the markets instead of being at work. But
maybe, Leandra, I'm glad you got faith in a brother, because I don't have.
I have faith in you too, because it's literally if I could just get past my evaluation and stop trying to hurry up and rush to make this, like, to pass evaluation. I don't like tests. That's my problem. So don't give me a test. I'm not gonna pass it because I have anxiety through the roof, and I will mess myself. I will stand in my own way. So once I go live, I'm making $500 a day. I'm gonna speak that to existence. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Even if it's $250 a day, I'm gonna have a set goal and I'm gonna get the 500 or 250, and that's it. I'm not going back in the, I don't care if I see a setup, I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
But don't think of it as a test. Like, trying to think of it as just like you need your like that evaluation is your live account. Like, and your goal is to make 500 a day.
So it's psychology. You see, Ty keep giving us the psychology videos, right?
Yeah, because he knows we're crazy, greedy. especially me.
He's doing it for a reason. But we're definitely all gonna take our businesses and our trading plans. We're gonna align them so that they can be obtainable. These goals can be obtainable. It's no reason for us to blow account or not have successful businesses if we are planning and structuring these things properly.
Well, remember we talked about it, I think a few weeks ago on the girls' call, that, you know, think of it as a business as well. Like, you're not going to be making money straight away in your business.
Right.
You've got to put the hard work in. You know, you've got to. And even if you have an e-commerce business, you're going to buy loads of inventory. You're going to buy inventory, but you're not going to buy loads if you haven't got any customers yet.
Right.
So it's all a process, it's all a journey. Everything's not going to happen overnight, or you're not going to make, what was it, 40,000, what Todd did in a day. You have to start from the ground and build from the ground up, don't you? Just like
We gotta stop comparing ourselves to Todd. That's the problem.
I'm not
That's what we're gonna stop doing. Todd is non-existent. I don't care if he hears this recording or not. He is not. We cannot compare ourselves to that man.
Or it's just like when you're buying a property, you know, it's the process of buying a property. You're not gonna buy a property tomorrow and then move in the next day. And you're going to take your time in terms of, you want to know the details of the property that you want, or even if you're building a property, like there's building some properties literally in my back garden, and they had to clear the land, they had to you know, measure the foundation for the houses, they had to do all the measurements, then, you know, have the concrete come in and lay the foundations and everything. It's taken them like over like 3-4 years to build these houses. You know, so it's a process.
No, absolutely is a process. No, absolutely.
But it's worth it.
Fun, guys. Do you guys have any other questions in regards to business? We just went to a whole real estate class. Like, we all trying to buy houses. I already know. We all entrepreneurs, and we all want to make the money. So thank you, Sean, for that example. We use you as a guinea pig.
You're welcome. It's good knowledge, though. You know, you never know when you might not be able to use it today, but you definitely probably can use it down the road.
Yeah, it's definitely something about positioning yourself, and we all need to really look into living benefits. Investing in S&P 500, like, why? We're traders, but anything with compound interest, we need to start as soon as possible if we can. There's no reason to. There's also it's an app, it's a funding thing that you can invest in properties without owning properties. Like, so you put your money monthly into something and it builds interest, but it's going to funding commercial and residential properties all over the world. And then your money does this. You can watch it on the app. And it doesn't do it so fast, but you're still involved and it's creating a portfolio for you in real estate. I thought that was so cool. That's something I'm gonna also be doing, and just letting your money work for you guys. There's no more. I'm not buying no Louis bags. I'm not doing that stuff. Andrew, we know you want Cartiers and stuff. Unless somebody else buying it for you, girl, stay away, stay away, stay away.
I'm trying.
Stay away. So yeah, so week 3 is definitely about making sure we go over week 1 and week 2. So if anybody needs to look over week 1, week 2, make sure you have any questions and you want to check off whatever you need and or fix whatever you don't have. Don't leave nothing on the table. You want to do your stuff properly. If you make sure you guys have a website, you can get somebody to create your website on Fiverr, very, very cheap. You don't have to spend so much money trying to structure your business. It's very inexpensive. That make somebody else pay you. I mean, somebody else do it for you. Like, you have to build a team, especially if you want big business. You got to build a team. Also, so week 3, you're gonna have a couple of links that you can start funding. Fifi definitely had some a funding opportunity. She left the call. She could get some funding opportunities. I'm gonna send her the links in her inbox, because she's already structured pretty much. Her business is already up and running. So all you need is 30 days, guys. And you just start making the money work for you.
Have you heard of Divi and Sandbox? Or
So I
Divi?
haven't heard of Sandbox, but I definitely heard of Divi. Divi, I've had Divi, and they're high interest. Okay, but you have
Okay.
to make sure you pay it every month. You have to pay the entire balance every month. So there was no maxing the card and stuff like that. And if you don't use the card, they'll take it away.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so if you want something quick, you can use Divi, but if you expecting to pay it back right away, I wouldn't stay away from it. But Capital on Tap is a little bit better, but they're a fintech company, but they also only look for e-commerce and stuff like that. They'll give it to you and then they'll take it away. Because fintech companies are just like, they'll try to evaluate your whole situation, everything, but they'll give you the money though. But if in 3 months you're not ready to pay that money back, and I wouldn't suggest. So 0% cards and business credit lines are more ideal for me, because it's not something I have to pay back the entirety immediately. Yeah, and they're not really high interest. Business line credits can be high interest, but you want to get it when you need it. Only pull it when you need it. Get approved and pull it when you're gonna use it. And that money has to be making you more money, or else you're just putting yourself in debt immediately, because you got to pay that money back. Right?
Do I need a business account for my trading? Because when I have when I get funded, the contract says I'm a contractor.
You're 1099 contractor. Anybody personal could be a 1099 contractor or business, but you will get taxed as a 1099 contractor, and they will rob you.
So it's best to send the
Well,
money to my business account.
Well, I think, see, Kai is talking from an American perspective. You're in, I mean, what are the laws in your country? Because you are in a different country than us. So what Kai is saying is probably right, but really, she is speaking from the perspective of an American, so I'm sure there'll be some differences for you, Leandra.
So the question is, so I don't mean to cut you off. 1099 contracted in your country is what, a self-employed?
Yeah, I was about to say self-employed. So would I be classed as self, and do I need to register
follow the tax laws for a self-employed? So that means that if you're not getting taxed, they're going to tax you as a self-employed person, as a 1099 contractor. So you want to make sure that you figure out what those are in your country.
So not a sole trader then, because a sole trader is like
they're not going to give you Earned income is the most heavily taxed.
What's that? Sorry, earned income.
Earned income, meaning income that you earn, whether it's from trading and or working with your feet, is heavily taxed. The only way around it is to use as your business. So if you're a 1099 employee, i.e. Uber driver, Door Dasher, mystery shopper, gig work, any type of gig work, anything like that, you want to structure that self as a business so that you can take those tax breaks. Because if you don't, you're going to be employed as an earned income, self-employed person, and they will rape you. They will rob you without a gun. It's annoying. Like, I don't understand. First of all, inflation and interest rates is about to wipe the whole middle class out. We're about to be extinct. So if we don't position ourselves here, we're gonna go from here to here. We're about to be done. The rich don't pay taxes. We pay all the taxes, and poverty doesn't pay any because they don't work. So guess who fits all the bill? Middle class. I don't want to beat my feet and working for everybody else to eat. That's not fair to me. That's my POV, So I want to position myself to be here, because if I'm here for too long, when we go into recession and interest rates keep hiking, because we're all in trade and we know that the interest rates keep going up, right? I'm going to be here because I can't afford nothing.
Exactly. This is why we need to set it up properly.
And execute. Same thing as trading. Everything's in line. Position, strategy, planning, journal, execute. Can't say it more clear. I'm not going here. I'm gonna stay right. I'm going here. From here to here. Not here to here. It's hard. It's very sad. New York is it's not good out here.
I mean, I think the tax of a self-employed, I feel it's 20%. When you're self-employed, you pay income tax on your trading profits, not your total income. To work out your trading profits, simply deduct your business expenses from your total income.
Are you talking to me or are you saying that?
Yeah, it's the amount you pay.
You're mumbling. Say that again?
Oh, when you're self-employed, you pay income tax on your trading profits, not your total income. To work out your
trading profits.
Yeah, simply
it has to be profits.
Yeah, your business expenses from your total income. This is the amount you'll pay income tax on.
Yeah, so
as self-employed, and if I
self-employed is so you're gonna be taxed as a self-employed because you're still earning that money. It's earned income. So it's on your profits, not your prop firm profits. So like if you made the prop firm 10,000, you only got paid 8,000, then it has nothing, that 2,000 nothing to do with you, right? But you want to take that 8,000. But to tell you the truth, strategy is strategy. So if you take it and it goes into your business, right? You'll be able to get tax breaks, which will allow you to be in a better position to not be robbed as an earned income employee. Now it's your business making revenue. It's your business. So now you get tax breaks. Now you have expenses. You have a car, you can write off. You have your home office, you can write off. You have your phone, you can write off. That is write-offs. They're write-offs. Everything's write-off. You take a class as a write-off. You go to dinner
as a sole trader then, or I'll be classed as a sole trader then.
What do you mean a sole trader? It wouldn't matter because it's going into your business.
Okay.
Because the money's going straight into your business account.
Okay, I get you.
So you're not paying taxes on it at all.
Well, it's classed as trading is classed as spread betting in the UK. And
we have to look into that.
We don't have to pay tax on it.
You don't?
No.
So then what happens here doesn't align with you.
But obviously, if I've got large amounts of money coming into my bank account, it's gonna look dodgy, isn't
it? What they gonna do? What's gonna happen?
But I still need backup proof of like where this money is coming from. Say if I wanted to get a house, like you just got somewhere.
It's not their business, because if you want to buy a house, you could say Sean gifted you the money. It's your money though. Sean could say, I gave Deandra $20,000, but just gifted to her. She ain't gotta pay me back.
But they'll see in my bank statements it's coming from my Forex funds or True Forex
So then put it in a separate, put it in an account that you're not gonna show them. I don't know how the UK works. Like it's like, are they reporting your bank accounts?
Yeah, so say if you're buying a property, you need to show like either 12 months or 6 months worth of bank statements, especially if you're self-employed, or even if you're not self-employed, you still need to show your bank statements that you can prove.
So what if you had two bank statements and one was for your job income and your trading and under your personal name? Would they have access to the other one?
No, you just show them what
you want them to know. So they separate the two.
But the more that you show you earn, the more you can borrow in terms of the mortgage.
Of course. But if that's gonna cause you issues, then you don't have to show them that you have, as long as you have the money for the down payment.
Yes, exactly. That's true.
I think it's harder to hide money in Europe than it is in the United States.
Definitely harder. You can't.
You said it's definitely why I didn't hear that part.
I think it's harder to hide money in Europe than it is in the United States.
Oh yeah, that's why I said how does that work?
I think they got tougher tax laws than us. And ours ain't great, don't get me wrong, but I think theirs are harsher.
Yeah, like you guys are saying 6% down payment on a house. Ours is 10%.
Ours, it varies.
It varies for you, depending on your credit score and everything.
Right.
I've got a good credit score. I've never had a credit card or anything like that before.
You never had a credit card and you have a good credit score?
Yeah, I haven't really.
That means you don't have any you don't have a profile. You might have a credit score, but you don't have a thick profile. The thicker the profile, the better too.
But I have like my phone bill, certain bills that come out monthly, and I've paid them.
Go on your credit report?
Yeah, your phone does. Certain
we don't have that.
And also signing up for elections, like voting. That goes towards your credit score as well.
Really?
So long as you like vote, then it's fine.
Sean, are you listening to this?
Well, yeah, I'm listening. I mean, it's different. I know over here, if you don't have a credit card, you don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you got bad credit.
You don't have no profile. You have nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember being young and trying to buy a car, and I didn't have nothing, and they was like, basically, get the hell out of here, kid. So I had to go get this really high interest car, because I guess I was viewed as risky. But after I paid that off,
now you gained a profile.
Yeah.
So
that is crazy. America just sits on credit cards, and that's
it's different.
Well, everything is designed to keep you in the hole in the United States.
Having to get out of the hole.
That's why Kaisha is trying to, show us how to get out of the hole and stay out of the hole and be on top of the hole.
Yeah.
No, seriously. And guys, with your businesses, please leverage social media. I don't care if you're scared of the camera. I be having nightmares about content, but I'm about to flood social media. Facebook tries to pay me $1,200 a month every month to post videos, and I don't even take advantage. That's weird.
Do it.
That's weird.
The algorithm does not like me on Facebook.
Because you're not consistent. We already talked about this. Okay.
Who's that?
I wish I had a way to make $1,200 a month, easy like that.
Posting videos, but then you're monetizing your business. So if I'm posting consistent videos about my business, not only am I going to create sales, which is going to create money, they're going to pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Same with YouTube as well, isn't it?
YouTube, $10,000 a month. Like that. When Todd gave me this, I'm using it. I'm putting this on YouTube. Check my Zoom link. Check my Zoom. I don't care. Like, just give me my money.
Give me my percent.
I'm gonna
I know
edit
that's
it,
right.
but give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for us not to be able to utilize to like get out. Fear of failure is what hurts us, right? Scared of being on the camera, all these little nitpicks. You just stand in our own way. So you choose. You just stand in our own way. YouTube gonna pay you, Instagram gonna pay you, Facebook gonna pay you to monetize and take your business to the next level. Having digital products, those things cost $100 to make and hundreds and thousands of dollars to freaking sell. If you have a digital product that you don't hold it for nothing, right? And it's $10. You need how much to make 100,000? How many need a $10 product? All you need is 10,000 people to buy a $10 product. That's not hard. Because you can definitely show millions of people your freaking product. Especially if it's the good one. Millions of people will see your product. That's 10%. 10% of a million people saw your product and purchased it for a $10 product. You made $100,000.
That says something. That's basically what like Ruby did with her course. She used the knowledge
She had
that
a whole digital course and made $50 a month.
Yeah, she used the knowledge that she knew, turned it into a course, a digital course, and then people bought it for a price. Yeah, for a price. And then really she didn't have to do weekly videos, but like you said, from Alicia, like multiple sources as well, because she had an e-commerce business and planner business, which went alongside her education and finance. So anything's
she abandoned us and we still paid her.
Pardon?
She abandoned us and we still paid her.
Yeah.
I just got rid of my student last month. I kept forgetting about it. It was like automation. I didn't care.
Oh my gosh, and she's living life and you're still paying. No way.
She got off of social media and everything. The girl's a millionaire. She trades. She don't need us. This is like she don't need us. Now what is Tanisha doing? The person who took over and helped us is giving out free information to build her own stuff. She was left. Either Tanisha left or they left her. I don't know. We're not talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the system, you can repeat the same system.
Just find your own niche. Yeah. Find your own thing. Like I came up with the planning coach. I don't see everybody makes planners, but nobody has a brand. I've never seen anybody with a brand that will sit there and talk to entrepreneurs on how to plan their businesses, how to set a plan, how to obtain obtainable goals. I've seen coaching programs, but they're about business and specific things. I just want to let's lifestyle brand let's lifestyle plan everything. Just your life. We're gonna talk about planning, trading. We're gonna talk about you want to lose weight, let's plan to do that. You want to lose you want to make 10,000 a month, let's plan to do that. Like everything is to have a plan. You cannot wing it.
Yeah,
you have to be consistent.
Exactly.
I need you to help me plan motherhood because I've been struggling.
Now, there's no manual for motherhood, I'll tell you that.
Oh Lord, I've been struggling.
Whew. Oh, you got 3 kids, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have that experience.
3 kids, a husband.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Oh God. No, it is definitely it's a blessing and definitely a struggle. I'll tell you that.
I have to work on time management and planning. I think that's why my trading is struggling because me and planning just does not get along. Right. It's not consistent. I have to work on consistency.
Right. So I had to find planning for myself too. So I have like signal services that they all, one of the guys, he's in Africa, so I have to get up at a certain time, XYZ or whatever have you, and plan myself. So I now have to schedule myself at work here, and I have to plan myself here, and I have to schedule to go to the gym, I have to schedule to charge my car. Like I really have to plan my entire day. every day, even to charge my car now, because it takes an hour to charge my car every day. So just knowing what time that everybody settles, just knowing what time you putting everybody to bed or what time they're about to wake up, just set yourself to focus on 30. I mean, sleep when you can't stay up. Don't, like, you're gonna be tired, period. It doesn't matter, but at least dedicate an hour or so between times to be able to focus on whatever goal you want, whether it's trading, whether it's about to give birth, however you want to do it. The baby gonna come when the baby wanna come. Because they didn't have it. My son was 2 weeks late. He was not trying to leave. And I was not planning for that. So just have a nice plan. I will put everybody to sleep. I'm like, y'all can go to bed. Or tell your husband, I'm gonna lock y'all in this room. I'll see you in an hour. Bye-bye. You know how that go. Cause you be locking your husband in the room? You ain't got no kids.
I got 2 kids.
You do? You be hiding the kids?
I got 2 boys.
What, for real? You were hiding them boys. How old are your kids?
8 and 5.
For real? They quiet.
Why is that?
They don't bother you.
Yeah, my mama. They better shut up and go somewhere. I'm on my business.
Kizzy, well, if you want some coaching, there she go right here. Kizzy, Kezzy. Got you covered, because I don't know nothing about no little kids. My son don't pay me no mind. I tell you, I'm like, take out the garbage, wash the dishes. What you want for lunch? He go to work and he in school. I'm a consultant. I'm not even a parent anymore. I'm a consultant. I consult with his finances. I consult with where he's going. I don't parent him. He is about his business. It's crazy. And I better not start over because I'll be mad as hell. No more kids for me.
Terrible.
Right, y'all. We've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and that was so good. I love numbers. If y'all see my notebook and y'all see how much I break down numbers, it's crazy.
You're in the right business then, girl.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh. I should have been a math teacher. Say that again? I didn't hear you. I can't hear you. Who's that? Wrestling. What you wrestling with?
Oh, I'm sorry. You know I be packing. Okay.
Oh, so she got another $1,000 a day. What's today looking like?
You know how I do it.
Well done, yes, girl.
Guys, everybody put your social media in the social media group so we can all support each other. Make sure I'm gonna ask everybody to do that at in the small business group, and we're gonna try to probably schedule once a week. It's probably not gonna be Saturday, but we try once a week Q&A. Ask me anything in the Discord, because there's always knowledge to be had. There's always stuff to learn, and we're gonna keep progressing and growing. So if we want to sacrifice now to live a lavish life later, I don't like that word. Freaking Ruby messed it up. To have a luxurious life later.
Yeah, leave Ruby alone.
We're gonna do that now. I just don't want to give her so much credit, because we are now in a different journey, right?
Right. She got me started on my trading journey, and that's all.
She got me started too.
Right. So that's why I said we're on a different journey, right? So I appreciate her because I absolutely here for a reason, right? But we're on a totally different journey. She's living her life, we're gonna live ours, right? So, and we have to kind of retrain ourselves on how to train in everything. We're not even doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So
abundant life. Let's call it abundant then.
Right. So even keep reliving the past and keep, because it has such a traumatic ending. Definitely Traumatized. That wasn't funny.
We're all scarred. We're all scarred because we keep on talking about it.
It was a traumatic ending. It's like
Yeah.
we're not even healed from that crap. So like if we keep talking about it, it's just gonna keep negative stuff. So we need to be like next, you know?
Right.
Thank you, Ruby. Appreciate your start, but you're not gonna be with us at the finish line.
Yeah. Let's call it abundant life, you know? Was it?
Yeah. We can say abundant life is luxurious. I don't care what we know that we are gonna be the future millionaires or the first millionaires in our family, right? And we're going to
You don't
be
need to eat that hot
consistent.
ass.
What's that, Sean?
All right, Kai. I'm gonna jump off. Hey, thanks for the information. I'll catch y'all next time.
You're welcome. No problem, Sean. Thank you for being our guinea pig. All
right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Definitely, we're definitely gonna have our next Zoom call, and we're gonna and you guys have any questions? No, seriously, if you're stuck, I'm gonna figure out what's happening in the UK to make sure that if you can start. I'm sure you can start a business in the UK. I'm sure you can structure. I just don't know how the credit works because you guys are totally different.
But yeah. So you said I can get a virtual address in the US now.
But I don't. You should be able to use your passport and everything.
My passport. What if I wanted to
open up a foreign entity in not the New York, the United States?
Okay.
Look deeper into it.
Okay. Thanks.
Everything I did virtually. I'd never stepped a foot in not one building besides Chase, and because it's close to me. But when I opened up my other bank accounts, I wasn't even there to open them up.
So a foreign entity, you mean a business account? Meaning
like was from so from state to state, like I can go to Texas and even though I don't live there, I can open up a business there as a foreign entity, but I don't know how it is from country to country. So I have
because America has different business rules for different states.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. So I'm going to look very closely deep into it.
Thanks, girl. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. This was such a good call.
Yeah.
Ty, you can stop recording. I don't know if you.
I don't think he's there.
He probably just he's ear hustling. He's not really paying attention. Thank you guys. That was good. No other questions. Everybody good?
No, you were very helpful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome, everybody. And we are going into week 3, so make sure you guys pay attention to week 1 and week 2, and then we're gonna work on week 3 and get our funding. We're gonna get funded. We need all the money. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Ty, you gotta stop recording before you have a blank recording. Ty!
I'm contacting him now.
He's so damn silly.
Okay, ladies, y'all have a great evening.
Bye. You too.
Or night. Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night in the daytime. Bye.
I know it's like
wait.
8:30 here.
Yeah.
Girl, will you? Oh, no, we not because we're recording. I was gonna say something.
I'm supposed to be cooking. I done left my son starving.
He's 19. Does he cook for himself?
No, but I'm in his way, so he probably not gonna anything. This is the first time you see me in person. I was like, should I show myself?
Yes.
No.
What do you mean you have problem with content? What do you mean you have problems with content? You're brilliant on camera.
I know. I'm shy.
Oh yeah. You just need that, take a few deep breaths and just get on with it. Like once you're in it, it will be fine.
I'm telling you, they need to start paying me because all the information I have, I'm just gonna just flood everything with content. I can't. No.
What did they how did Facebook say they're gonna pay you? Because that's crazy.
I know, $1,200 a month. Every month they give me a bonus if you post videos and you get. So I need 1 million views to make $1,200 a month. I could do 1 million views, even if I don't do the whole thing. I need half of that.
You can like not boost the content, but advertise the content.
Yes, I'm thinking that I'm probably not gonna do ads, not for my content, but if I'm talking money, people are gonna watch. I'm talking about money, people gonna watch. So I just gotta get it out there. I need to start selling this planner. This is annoying. Todd, what are you doing? That was nice. Sean came on.
Yeah.
What y'all talking about?
Girl, I'll cut this part out of us talking, but yeah, I was like, okay. Wow. Bet you two best friends now.
We're best friends. We never was beefing. No, it was that he had interest, you know. For Todd is on here and not listening to nothing I'm saying, but I'll be on his calls. And nothing.